and welcome back to Dear Esther. We're pushing on from exactly where we left off in the last episode. I hope you enjoy this series. I'm definitely enjoying the game. Let's
Dear
push
Esther,
on.
I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Well, there's the lighthouse where it was at. There also seems to be a destroyed ship. And I'm hearing strange noises coming from this cave. Not just the wind, I thought I heard like radio.
I find myself increasingly unable to find that point where the hermit ends and Paul and I begin. We are woven into a sodden blanket, stuffed into the bottom of a boat to stop the leak and hold back the ocean. My neck aches from staring up at the aerial. It mirrors the dull throb in my gut where I am sure I've begun to form another stone. In my dreams it forms into a perfect representation of Lot's wife, head over her shoulder, staring along the motorway at the approaching traffic in a vacuum of fatalistic calm.
It's more of this luminescent paint. What is this? I believe that's a nerve. Or... yeah, it looks like a nerve. The node and the... either that or it's a lymph node? I'm gonna go with a nerve. I think it's a nerve. Oh! We've got another drawing of ethanol. This time it's got some other drawings onto it. Maybe that's showing the effect of ethanol onto the nerve, or whatever that was. I believe it's a nerve cell. Maybe that's what this represents. Looks like we've got some pages strewn about. I can't read them though. What is this? I don't know what that is. Maybe that's the aftermath of the ethanol. I don't know. And this also looks familiar, similar to what I believe to be the nerve, but I'm not sure. A synapse maybe? And that just simply looks like a tree. I'm sorry, I don't actually recognise them. Anyone in the comments gets 10 points for naming those things. So, leaving the cave. Which is good, because, split paths, you know, you pick one's the right way, one's probably a secret. You don't want to pick the right way, because you want to get the additional information from the secret. Let's continue onwards, and see if we can reach the blinking red line. There's a pretty stream running down the side here. Oh! We don't want to touch the barbed wire. I wonder what the use of the barbed wire was.
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
Coming to think of it, I noticed there weren't any trees around. Something stopped the biological succession of the area. There's only dead shrubs. and small plants, and snow busheries or trees. What's this strange stone structure here? It looks like a Bible or some other book. Maybe this is the Bible they was talking about before. Strange. What is this? That looks like an azo die, but I can't tell what that is there. CN, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like an azo die, but I'm not sure what it is. Wait a minute. 3N? We saw that before on the side of the wall. Someone seems to be interested in chemistry around here. I wonder what the significance of the drawings are. And I wonder why this Bible is simply left here. If it is a Bible. It looks like there's a few ways to go. Let's head towards the sun. I feel that's the natural approach to things. I wonder what the purpose of these stones are. Maybe we'll find them. We don't know a lot, and I don't know who I am. I assume I'm the guy who keeps talking, but let's just wait and see. It's quite dark down here. Quite creepy as well. It looks like if we go down, we're not getting back up. Let's go for it. Oh! We must have made it to the second chapter.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sandford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
The M5, huh? There seems to be a cargo ship. A freighter has seemed to have run ashore here. And the light continues to blink. Maybe there's someone up there. There's something flashing out at sea. I believe the name of chapter 2 was The Boy, and I'm assuming that is the boy. Or as some people pronounce buoy. The sound of my footsteps go well with the music.
I've begun to wonder if Donnelly's voyage here was as prosaic as it was presented. How disappointed not to have found the bones of the holy man. No wonder he hated the inhabitants so. To him they must have seemed like barnacles mindlessly clinging to a mercy seat. Why cling so hard to the rock? Because it is the only thing that stops us from sliding into the ocean. Into oblivion.
What is that on the side of the boat? It seems like more paint. I can't read the first word. It seems to say, neither did he eat nor drink. I'm unsure of the first word. Neither did he eat nor drink. Is that a passage from the Bible? or some other religious document. It almost sounds so. There has been some reference in this game to the Bible. It was talking about the monks. I wonder if this has something to do with them. I don't think there's anything here you could use aside from the message written on the side of the boat, which only raises more questions. Let's have a poke in here. Nothing. Sand and rocks have filled it. The boat must have crashed a long time ago. There doesn't seem to be anything down there.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape.
Looks like we got
And
multiple
you have
paths.
been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Looks like we've got 3 paths, the upper, the middle and the lower. Let's take the middle. I'm sure from there we'll see what's down the lower and perhaps what's above us. But I can't be sure. Oh.
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
Oh my. I hear laughter. Did someone die down there? I hear some rather creepy laughter. Well, let's leave. Oh look, there seems to be a house of some sort on the hill. A farm, maybe? Oh, we have a building here.
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft, and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
What is this? Medical equipment? Looks like surgical equipment. Some bandages and what looks like paper with blood. Someone was doing something medical related. Here's more. Does this have to do with this infection? Or the cure? I don't know. Let's head up to the house up there. I believe this is a farm for animals. A grazing farm. Perhaps. The place is quite hilly and I assume...
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man.
Oh, that was a bit weird.
He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
How unfortunate. documents, the London Clinic, and a bail notice. A bail notice? Oh, we seem to have another something drawn on the wall, but I don't know what this is. What do these arrows mean? It looks like ethanol again, or at least the same structure, but these arrows... Wait a minute, I recognise those arrows. A sort of play button with the line in front. Oh yeah, the like chapter forward with the 2 arrows above it, like here. We saw that on the beach, remember? I wonder what the significance of it is. Apparently, it has something tied in with the London Clinic and a bail notice. How strange. Are these the randomly generated visual cues? If I was to play this game again, does Steam just say that every playthrough will be different in some way? Will the chemical change? Will these letters not be there? Will it not be medical based? Would it be other things? Maybe it has nothing to do with the hospital, more to do with plants? Who knows? Let's head up to the house. We'll be there in the next episode. Thanks for watching.